Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today we're going to talk about changing the drain assembly on a sink. Now obviously this is new construction, but if it was an older sink and you're just replacing the old strainer or basket or whatever you want to call it, you would just remove everything that's in there, clean it off really well inside here, and then you would install your new assembly. All right, so let me explain how this is going to work. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this piece. This is how this one came. We're going to take this piece off right here because this is what actually connects up to the drain itself. This piece would go up inside. Like this. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute. This is the new drain assembly. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this nut off right here. Now note the way you took the nut off. The flat part is going up. This part comes off. And you can see this gasket right on here. This gasket has to come off as well. If you look at the directions of whatever product you buy, it'll usually give you a picture of how the drain is assembled. And as you can see, there's the upper part, there's the sink, and the gasket is below. And then that cap goes on like that. All right, so we're going to take off this gasket right here. Right, we're going to take this, we'll put this off to the side for now. We're going to take our basket, put it upside down, and you're going to need some plumber's putty. Plumber's putty can be gotten in any store, any hardware store, any big box store, anything like that. What you do is you take a good amount of plumber's putty and you just roll it out so that it's about 1 inch, a ½ inch thick. There's going to be a lot of excess that's going to come off, so we're going to just spread it out like this. And we're going to take it and put it around the basket here. Like I said, there will be a lot of excess coming off of here. We're going to put it all around and we're going to press it all together like this. Just press it down, just like that. Remember, it's better to have a little bit too much than not have enough. We can always take this off later, but you can't add it. Once you put it together and it starts to leak, you'll need to disassemble the whole thing. So we use a lot of plumber's putty on here like this. We take our basket and we put it down inside the sink like that. Push it down. And then we're going to go down underneath the bottom. We're going to take our gasket from the bottom. We're going to put it up on the bottom. We're going to put our cap up over the top like that. And then we're going to screw our nut onto that shaft down on there. So let me go underneath the bottom, and we're going to do that right now. Now I will tell you this: you're going to need a fairly large pair of vice grips to tighten up this nut right here. So make sure you have something that will fit on here like that. All right. So let me go down the bottom. We're going to put this on, and you're going to notice up on the top here, all of this putty is going to start to squeeze out, and we'll take that off once it does. But you want to make sure you have a good amount on there, just like this. Okay? Okay, now that we're underneath, we're going to take the excess putty that's down the bottom right here, and we're just going to take this off. Okay? Okay, so you have your gasket up, you put your collar over the top like this, take your nut like that, and you screw it up. And you make it as tight as you can by hand. We're just going to go a little bit. And now when you get on here with your vice grips and you start to tighten this up, or your channel locks I should say, you may notice that the basket is going to rotate. What we're going to do is we're going to take a pair of needle nose pliers, put it up in here through the strainer, and hold it in there like that, and it'll keep the strainer from rotating.
Want me to check on top?
Okay. Now we're going to go back up top. Okay, now as you can see, up on the top here, you see all the putty has come out. We're just going to take this putty here and take it off, just like this. And now we're just going to go down the bottom. We're going to snug it down just a little bit more until the rest of the putty comes out up on top here. And then we'll, okay. And then we just take off the excess again up top. And you'll notice it'll come out a little more each time it tightened it down. We're going to take this all off of here. Okay, now we will clean this up. I'm not going to bore you with how to clean this up. We are going to clean this up later on. Now down on the bottom, this is the last piece that's going to go on the bottom down here. And of course you're going to install whatever size you need on here. This basically goes on there with your gasket inside of it like that. This screws on here. This is your extension or your drain. Screws on like this, and then you tighten it up as needed. And of course you put in whatever length you need. But that's it. That's how you install the basket, and you seal it with the plumber's putty. Okay, and once it's all tightened up, we reinstall our trap, connect it into the wall, into the main drain, and we're ready to test it to make sure it's nice and dry. Okay, so like I said, we're just going to clean this out inside here, and then this job is all done. Run the water, of course, to make sure that there's no leaks, and you'll be good to go. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.